So as I've done in part one, I'm removing the dashboard out of this. I've got a different dashboard to fit with out of a Nissan Primstar with a binnacle in it, and radio slightly different layout to this one. It's out of an 09 plate. We're going to fit electric windows in here as well. Seems to be a common thing people want to do. I've done one or two of these before. I've had to rewire the entire van and put a separate loom in, but on this model there is a relay and some other bits, so we're looking at that. And I've got a loom out of a van, and I can do a bit of a detailed picture of which wires do what, which relay wants to go in, and stuff like that. So yeah, first thing you do is clear your dashboard off of all your rubbish. If you're doing this, my clutch pedal snapped, the bracket broke the other day, so luckily the clutch is out, but the bracket's actually snapped. I've got a spare out of a breaker. I'll show you out on the site, it's at the back of the van, where the AA guy reckons it's snapped. I just couldn't get underneath to see it, but it's common on these apparently. So first thing you want to do, steering wheel off, you take your scribble off, there's the airbag plug for it, your stalk things, your clock clips, they're all different, a bit fidgety because you can't spin them around, but they're on a hockey stick thing. There is, take your OB2 port out, take off your light adjuster thing. There is a bolt in there, can you see it? There's one there and another one in there, so they have to come out. So your clock's out, there's one in there and one in there, so that does that side. Take obviously your steering cowl off, there's a bolt down there and another one at the bottom down there, and that's it for this side. I'll tell you what, I'll show you this squibble actually, because some people get airbag lights on, and what can happen is inside there's a ribbon, and if you can just see it in there, it can snap under there. I don't think I can do it one-handed, but I have got a spare one of these somewhere. Just a second while I try and do it with my finger. I can't really get it there. Hang on a sec. Can you see it just there? There's a ribbon there, and that can sometimes snap inside there and cause the airbag light to come on. So it's not always the seat, it can actually be this little squibble, I think they call it. It obviously turns when we turn our steering wheel. And to get this off, by the way, there's a little white clip there. Can you see how it springs? But it won't spring because it's behind there, so you wipe that's all the way in, and then you have to flick that with your finger, stick a torque bit on there, screw it out, and it comes out like that. They often fail these. I get a few of them out of breakers sometimes and just keep them handy. I think I've got a spare one. I don't think the wiper's very good on this one, but we'll see. Might have no steering wheel for it. People change these clocks to Megane clocks, but I guess again, fittings on the back, what fits, what don't fit, I have no idea, but it don't make it go any different, so they'll go back in. I've got a tow bar fit on this. Let's just go around this side. I'll show you the pedal box actually that I've got. We believe it had snapped, believe it or not, on this bracket here, just at the back of there. So that bracket there, believe it or not, it snapped it. So I've got to disassemble this one and fit the new one to that. Whether you take the dashboard out to do it, I don't know, but when I took the dashboard out of the van to get the dashboard, it did take some getting out that regardless, so it went right behind the heater matrix and everything. So I might have to look at that, because my fan speed on one of my other videos, this is just flicking from 3 to 4, then there's nothing, so I'd like the heater to work really. So the next thing to come off is this. There's a bolt there, a bolt there, a bolt there, and there's a plug behind that needs disconnecting. That's for the speakers, the locking and stuff like that. Get the radio out, it's off in the bin anyway. I'm going to get another DAB radio for it this time. I had Kenwood DMX 125 with Alexa, auto Alexa, that's quite good. So I might just shove one of them in for the time being. I'm afraid the curry hook's going, that we call it. I need some more USB, so everyone seems to swap that. But it is handy for the Chinese on a Friday for chips, but it'll have to go. And we'll change the cigarette lighter one, obviously they're out of date now just about, so that'll go to a USB as well. Bolts out of here. So to take this top piece off here, there's one there, one there, one there. Take that off, there's another bolt there, another bolt there. There's a bolt there and a bolt there that holds the fuse box in, but it's not loose yet because there's still a few to take down here. But I'll do another video, call it part 3, and it should be ready to come out. The BCM, by the way, sorry, the body control module that's quite a failure on these, is in there, down behind the dashboard, in there, under there. It's a common thing for the coffee cup to leak. In fact, I'll go back round and show you. Hang on a sec. So a lot of people have these problems with these BCMs, and sometimes they get funny, go faulty. But what I've noticed it past is this coffee cup holder here, and I've been to scrapyards, it leaks and it runs down there, down that pocket, and the BCM is there, and it can often get wet. And I've seen a few actually with coffee stains on, so whether they work or not, but that can be a bit of a sod to get out. That it's actually, people rip this off or try and get it off, and it does not come off. This, it's spot welded on. I mean, I suppose you could always hot weld it back on, but it looks like it comes off, but it doesn't. So just be mindful if you're ever doing any dashboard work that won't come off. So I think what I'll do is I'll loosen the dash, and I should be able to get my hand behind here. I think I've done it in past, and just flick that off a bracket. It's just like clipped in a bracket, I think, if I remember, and it should just lift up. And that's the body control module. It's actually got a clip on top of it there, I think, to protect it. It's got a bit of plastic behind there. There's a multi-plug, which is really difficult to see if I can show you while I'm doing this. It's got to come out anyway, isn't it? It's all there, look, can you see? So I think they put a bag on it to try and protect it. I don't think that donut's doing that, that plastic washer there. Oh, we've got what else have we got in here? Oh, lolly stick. There's somebody's been dropping stuff behind it. So yeah, that's the prone thing on these things. See how mucky it is actually. I tend to try and look after these. So that needs all unplugging. And hopefully it'll work again when we plug it back in. So yeah, I'll do another video, and as part 3. And hopefully we'll have it out and see what's behind this dashboard, and have a look at this pedal box and do another video where it's snapped. We're going to fit electric windows in here as well, so there's a relay to fit somewhere, which I think I know where it is on this. It's on the passenger side, and it gear select up that other side in that curry hook. But yeah, it seems to be a common thing people want to do is convert these to electric windows, so we're looking at that as well. I've got a loom so people can see it, and they can see what you're looking for when you do yours. You don't have to strip yours down like I've done, and we'll go from there. So yeah, bye for now, and see you in part 3.